Hello guys, it's Leaky DVD Collector here, and yes, you guessed it, this is going to be another collection, and this is going to be my BBC DVD and Blu-ray collection. I have all the BBC DVDs and 2 Blu-rays over here, and back there you see this is non-BBC release, because there are the companies that release some BBC shows, like Simply Media and Dazzler Media. Yeah, I only had small amount of my BBC collection. Well, actually a bit long amount, excuse me. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now, I'm not going to go through any release dates of this because that'll take me too long and it's really hard to do a research. I'm just going to get straight to the collection. So, now let's start off with the complete Open Hour, series 1 through 4. This is a classic show. I love the show. It stars Ronnie Barker as the shopkeeper and Davy Jason as his assistant in Granville. Yeah. Oop. Yeah, this is a fabulous show. Really great show. So here we got series 1. I do have some of them individually. I had series 1 through 3 at the time, and then when I got this box set for Christmas, now I have all of them. There is a re-release version of this there's a re-release version of this where you get 2 cases like this, and each case got 2 disc case. So it has all so like I'll show you this box set, for example. Like this box set, like this has got re-released, and this one's got like 2 discs inside and got 2 each series inside as well. And I think there's 2 different versions you can get as well. For this re-release as well. There is the one with the re-release version, which I'm going to show you in a bit, and the other one is the Great British one. Like some old BBC comedy were have been re-releases. I mean, some BBC comedies there are got re-releases for extended time. Series 4. This is the only show. This is only about 7 episodes. Here we go. There you go. Love Open Hours. If you haven't seen this show, I highly recommend. This is such a good show. So I'm going to show you the re-release versions of Open Hours. I'll show you. Here is the first one. And then here is the second version, which is a Great British edition. Now, the difference is to this box set, it's a bit larger and take over your shelf space. But if you do get the slim case edition, it fits really nice and well on your shelf space. It's totally up to you whatever version you do get. And next, after 28 years, still Open Hours. This Open Hours is back, starting off with Open Hours. This stars David Jason reprising his roles as Granville and taking over the shop after Arkwright passed away. So yeah, this got some new familiar faces. We got Nurse Gladys here, played by Linda Barron. Linda Barron was only as Nurse Gladys in series 1 and 2, and for series 3 she wasn't appeared in any of the series, which is quite disappointing. So here's series 1. Move this up there. And then we got series 2. We see we got James Baxter as Leroy. This is a good show. I know a lot of people did say it's not as any good as the original show. I thought it was a good show. I really enjoy it. And then we got series 3. I mean, this is the series. This is my first series I've ever watched on BBC One. And we've got leave for some other BBC DVDs. Series 4. I already did unboxings for any of them, except for series 3, which I did not actually do an unboxing of it. Series 5. Camera's out of focus again. There are some good episodes in this show. And then we got Series 6. And this is the one that's way 12 for this DVD. So there we go. If you haven't seen Still Open Hours, I highly recommend seeing this show. The show is available on BritBox, and also the show is available on BBC iPlayer, and also you can buy it from iTunes as well. Next, this is a classic comedy. This is Fawlty Towers, the complete collection. This stars John Cleese. Oh man, this show is absolutely priceless. I love this show so much. John Cleese is such an amazing actor. There's also a Blu-ray release of this show as well, and I'm not sure if they actually do the location footage remastered, but I have to check it out. Or if there are some other ones like the studio footage, for example, they actually can upgrade it to like 720p or 1080p. I don't know if they're gonna do like upgrading and such, because I know Doctor Who did the same thing as well. So that's Fawlty Towers. Then we got the two Ronnies. This is the best stuff, Volume 2. I don't have Volume 1. This is the old-fashioned BBC release. It's got like a shiny see-through disc. And then we got the two Ronnies, the Christmas specials. I did an unboxing of this back in last year. That was in December time. So there we go. This has all the Christmas specials. This series is good as well. I'm definitely get the complete series box set as well, because I love the two Ronnies. And also by Ronnie Barker, we got Porridge Series 1. I got this from Planet Games back in October or September. I couldn't quite remember. So yeah. This is a good series. There's also a reboot of this show, which I'm not sure I want to watch that, because I know it's pretty bad, because it's not the same humor as what it used to be. Next, we got PK's Car Share, and as you can see, we got PK as the John Redmond. This series is really good as well. I did watch the first series, and I do watch the second series on iPlayer. I need to continue watching Series 2 as well. So a shame only ended with 2 series. I could have actually done more of them. Yeah. And this one's also stars Stan Gibson. And now let's get to my Top Gear collection. Yeah, you never noticed I collected some Top Gear stuff as well. I do also have Series 19 to 20 on DVD, which it was in the other box somewhere. And I have another Top Gear DVD as well, which is that'll be also in the box as well, which I'll definitely show my redone of this collection. So we got Rivered Up. This is a compilation about all the cars that like crashes and trashes and thrills and all that stuff. Is it hosted by the free hosts, or is it just Richard Hammond? Well, it's just the free hosts. I thought it was only Richard Hammond did the host. And then we got the Polar Special. I remember my friend actually showing me a clip of this special, and I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch some Top Gear stuff at some stage. And then we got Top Gear Apocalypse. This stars Richard Hammond and James May. It's where they talk about different kinds of cars, like there are some explosion cars, or there's some other ones as well. Yeah, what is yeah, it's basically it's like introduction about wartime cars as well. And then we got the disc of Apocalypse. This at the time, this actually had a digital copy code. And what's really interesting enough, I found a Polar Special I got for the charity shop, and I did notice there's another disc inside. How weird is that? And then we got Top Gear, the worst cars in the history of the world. This stars Jeremy Clarkson and James May. This is the introduction about a compilation about what is the worst cars they've ever driven. And then we've got the app for the the game as well. And this is the ultraviolet code, and this code is actually expired. Get this back in. Get back in there. There we go. And then we got a disc. We got Stick dressed as a farmer. This is pretty funny. And then we got From A to C, the Ultimate Extended Edition, with narrated by John Bishop. And then I got recently, back in February, we got Top Gear, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. This is a compilations for the old Top Gear, which is basically about clips from all the cars that they're based on, like how the boys made their own cars. There you go, got like ad for some Legos, and there we got disc. There we go. And now let's get to my document. I only have 2 documentaries of this one. We got Planet Earth, the complete series, narrated by David Attenborough. David Attenborough, he is a legend. He is amazing. He's an amazing guy. He did a loads of documentaries of all of his good work. Nothing can beat the original David Attenborough, because he is a legend. I love his work. I love his style. I love his shows so much. I got this from got this DVD back in 2014, because this is a re-release version. The original one is a big box as well, so they just slimmed it down and made it re-releases. I'll put it to one side. And then after the first Planet Earth was a success, they decided to bring back Planet Earth 2. There's also recently there's a sequel on 4K recently. They haven't done a 4K Blu-ray of the original Planet Earth, which they could have done. So there we go. This is such a good revival series. There you go. Planet Earth is a great documentary. If you haven't seen Planet Earth, go check it out. David Attenborough is amazing. Like I said, I love his work, and I love his shows. So last thing, I'm going to stop here for part 1. We got Sherlock, stars Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman. I did watch one of the episodes of this show. I gotta say, this is a really good show. I need to watch this series first, then I'm going to watch the continuation of the series on iPlayer before I'll get the complete series on DVD. So yeah, this is a really good show. So there you have it. This is the first part of my BBC DVD collection. Next part, I'll do the horrible histories. Then I'll get to the CBeebies collection, and then my Blu-rays, and then possibly the non-BBC release titles as well. So make sure to hit the like, favorite, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in part 2.